Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today it's going to be a match between Raynor and Special here on Ephemeron, the latter edition from WCS Fall. Day number 3. Bottom right hand corner is the blue Terran player, it is Special. And in the top left hand corner, it is the red Zerg player, Raynor. Alright man, two incredible players. Two top 5, top 10 foreigners in the world right now. Raynor's number 2 on the WCS standings behind Serral. Serral's got 10,000 points. Raynor has 7,800. And yeah, that's how far the gap is between Serral and the rest of the foreigner field. Special is, I think, 4th or 5th last time that I checked. They're fixed at this point, WCS standings, but waiting for GSL to complete. And then we'll have our BlizzCon lineup. Man, BlizzCon coming up. Coming up, you guys. Woo! So excited for it. Hatch first here from Raynor. Barracks first from Special. If I was a Terran player at this level, I would go Command Center first. Right? Because Hatch first is so common, but if you get 12 pulled, you're dead, so... I don't know. StarCraft's a game of risks, right? Command Center first puts you so far ahead of a Hatch firsting Zerg player. It's not even funny. And if they don't drone scout, they don't know it. And then you're ahead. And maybe you can get more ahead. Reaper name is Kenny McCormick, a former resident of South Park. Kenny has long since resigned himself to an endless cycle of life and gruesome death. Unable to end his life, he sought to make it more bearable. He finally found what he was looking for and actually enlisted into the Reaper program, becoming the first person to do so. When he asked why he did it, he replied, which translates to, at least this time, I won't crap myself to death. Incidentally, he was wrong. It turns out that seeing an Ultralisk up close is exceedingly scary. This is his 121st mission. I almost said 21st. Needless to say, he hasn't survived any yet. Alright, Kenny McCormick from the incredibly long-running TV show South Park, which, by golly, has some really incredibly just brilliant seasons and some dumb ones. It's very Simpsons-esque that way. Ooh, the block on the drone! Ooh, does get the drone kill on the third base. That feels good. That feels good if you're Special. Oh, boy. Special feeling good. By the way, Special is from Mexico, Rangers from Italy, so we just have players from all over the world, man. All over the world who are great at StarCraft. It's beautiful. I've had my concerns about the region lock in the past and not allowing Koreans to compete in these WCS events for the most part. I haven't liked it a whole lot, but man, if it hasn't done exactly what it set out to do. SCV goes down in revenge for the dead drone, which is cool. This wall-off is nice. I like it from Special. But yeah, we've got players who are competing, players who are taking down Koreans more than I think we've ever seen before, honestly. It used to be Scarlet did it. It used to be Neeb could do it. Used to be... Who else am I thinking here? Showtime could do it every once in a while. But the list wasn't as long, and I think the list is longer now. I think there are more players that can compete than ever before. So, Reaper, how did that... What? I need to know how that got snuck in there. I was talking about the region lock and watching this guy die. Where my Reaper... Oh, he came home. Okay, so he headed home and allowed the drone to get up there. Man, he could have delayed that for so long. Oh, I think he was worried there were more lings than there were. Oh, Special. You could have delayed this third base for an eternity. Slow Queens would have had to walk over here. There's not even... Okay, speed just now got started for Raynor, but he was delaying it. Oh, you could have delayed this for another minute. That would have been massive. But instead, the Reaper comes home to deal with a non-existent threat. Special's kicking himself for that. He's like, I could have delayed it. Could have delayed it here. Maybe he also thought Raynor was getting speed, but he wasn't. Raynor's speed is not even halfway done yet. So Hellions could maybe get something done here, but 2 queens on the top of the ramp is pretty scary. 2 queens on this area also scary. Additional queens on the way because, of course, queen production is how you want to do this. Overlord scouts in with Overlord speed upgrade because Overlord speed upgrade is cheap now. Oh, he does not escape. He doesn't escape. He escapes with 5 HP. That's brutal. That is so brutal that he escapes with 5 HP. How many kills do you have? 3 kills for Kenny McCormick. Not bad, man. I mean, I don't think he's going to live. Statistically, it doesn't happen, but we've seen it. We have seen Bob The guy running against Megs for president. Oh, Special is taking down Creep Tumors. Get it! Ah! Could have got that tumor. Oh, careful, careful, careful getting in here, though. It's a lot of queens and a bunch of lings there, too. Speed's not done yet, which means Raider can't saturate his third, which, crikey, this is really going well for Special, I gotta say. He's getting a third base. He's getting Banshee with Cloak, which the Overlord just scouted. Man, Rainer's scouting has been really good here. Maybe enough to make up for the fact that he's in trouble. That he's in trouble economically. Woo! 2 quick sneezes there. Hope I got the mute button on both of them, because, boy, sneezing into a mic is a bad thing. I'm turning my head. Anyway. But anywho, boy, this is good. This is a good game. Liking it so far. All right, so there's your lair from Rainer. Probably going to see some Infestation Pit play. Infestor, good unit. And Banshee trying to get stuff done here. But, man, Queens and Spores exist in all of the places? Yeah, I don't know about this. Cloak Banshee. Rainer 1 scouted it. 2, you just get safety spores anyway at about 4 minutes. I don't know what this is, really. This could maybe kill a queen here, but moving on to creep that far is pretty darn scary. Reaper still alive, mind you. Still has the 3 kills. Checking for a 4th and doesn't see one. Feels good about that. If you check for a 4th base at 5.5 minutes and your opponent doesn't have one yet. Oh, Kenny! Oh, he's not being chased by all the lings or he'd be dead. Kenny, no! Kenny Oh, he's... Oh, all right. The rest of them are... Oh, Kenny's alive. You guys, Kenny is alive. I'm going to keep him highlighted for a little bit. So if he gets attacked, we know. But he's coming back to safety. Could he survive this whole game? Could he do it? Banshee is into the natural base, killing a queen. By that I mean killing a queen, though. Dude, that queen has no HP at all. Just, all right, transfused. Never mind. Window closed. Window slammed shut with that transfuse. 4th base on the way from Rainer. Special 3rd base has already landed. And orbital commanding, not planetary fortressing, which is scary. Zerg attacks on your 3rd base when you don't have a PF is a little scary, but he's walling off with supply depots to some extent. Takes some time to fully wall that off with the Great Wall. But he's got tanks defending, he's got Marines, he's got Hellions. Rainer doesn't really have anything that can crack that at the moment. He's going for centrifugal hooks and banelings and stuff. The Banshee's doing pretty good work here. 6 kills and 7 kills. Oh, that Banshee's dead. 7 kills there. 6 drones going down. 58 to 54 workers. Rainer is not ahead as nearly as much as he wants to. Plus, he's got all these lings that aren't doing anything. There's no Hellion attacks coming. It's just been Banshees. So the lings are utterly useless here. Rainer could be at like 80 workers right now if he wanted to. But he is gearing up for an attack because he's still making lings with 12 on the way. So he's going to try to take down this 3rd base. I don't know where else he would attack into. This is probably stupid to go into the natural. More tanks would be good from Special, but he's not producing any more than 1 at a time. Yeah, centrifugal hook's almost done. It's a bit of a longer upgrade, but it's not too bad compared to others that exist in the game. Infestation Pit on the way from Raynor. And these lings are up to no good, making trouble in the neighborhood. Creep spreading, okay. I mean, Raynor's a player that likes creep spread, but he's not up there with Cyril. He's not up there with Scarlet. He's not up there with Stefano as just, like, masters of creep spread. And here's a, speaking of creep, a clearing squad here from Special. How are the upgrades on these dudes? Oh, hang on. Did the Reaper die? I had him selected. I had him selected. Ah, crap. He died. When did he die? All right, well, he's gone. Lost him there. Bit of an attack in here. Try to make something happen. Tank has 7 kills. And that's going to be all she wrote. The Heat has got some Banelings. Oh, boy. All right. Well, no, Special not paying attention. Okay. Lost way more Marines there than he should have. Rainer's feeling good about that. Couldn't really crack this nut. Look at that wall. Looks like a saxophone, kind of. Banshee got 9 kills now. Just picking off drones everywhere that she can. Not getting healed up or repaired at all. Rainer going for a 5th base. Feeling pretty good about that. Yeah, 5 base versus 3 base is much better. Special had an advantage, and he's not doing super well with it. Hasn't been able to really threaten a base at any point here. He's got his Marines. He's got a concussive shell on the way. As, yeah, Marauder's going to be good against this Ling Baneling stuff. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Stutter step like your life depends on it, boys, because it certainly does. Tank fire. Pulling back to the tank fire is nice. Again, small group of Marines, just not going to happen. Nice target fire in those Banes, though. That was beautiful target firing. Like, life-changing, life-affirming target firing, yo. And pick up pretty good here, too, from Special. Loving that. Resources lost, 3,000 for Rainer, 1,600. Put our Special Doubling that up there, if not more so. Once again, pick up and the get out. So Spire's on the way. I think he's tired of these medevacs causing the problems. Just being able to pick up and get out of there without really any consequences, because nothing can shoot them unless you're by the queens, and the queens are back home for the most part. 12 creep tumors at a time on the way here. So Raynor trying to creep across here about the 10-minute mark or so. Hasn't really bothered this left side. And that's what Special is going to go ahead and jump on. For sure, Marauders in production. Special, just more Marines, more Marauders. +2/+2 is getting started. Raynor's working on +2 melee attack, which indicates we might see Ultras at some point here. Banelings, the splits are good, though. The splits are good, and Banelings getting target fired. That is how you need to play Terran. Special giving us a nice crash course on how to do this. Just target fire Baneling, Special says. That's not that hard. Yeah, well, you know what it is for most of us, guys. Drop it inside the main base. Trying to snipe off something. I'm not sure he got any damage there at all. And then you pick up the Banelings, show up. The army up this way, setting up tanks on this bridge is so good. Oh, that's such a good position. You could fire on this base. You can fire on units coming from the top here, too. This is fantastic positioning. The Banelings are trying to crash on in from both directions. They don't want to connect on the tank. The tank fire is so good, though. Oh, the tank fire on those Banelings was disgustingly good. Oh, 7, 13, 17, and 31 kills on these tanks. Whoa, what happened? Let's zoom back out a little bit here. And desperately, Raynor is trying to hold on. These guys dropping at his third base, going to get rid of the Evolution Chamber, not going to deny an upgrade at the moment here. His upgrades are finishing +2/+2 for Raynor, but 2/2 is just about to complete here from Special as well. Did all of his tanks go down? All of his tanks went down there. Okay, so that shut that down, but 25 drones killed at the 11-minute mark is a massive victory for Special. He's got more stuff because his macro is through the roof, insanely good. Special 163, Raynor 118. Raynor is kind of getting picked apart here, ladies and gentlemen. Not liking it. Greater Spire on the way. That's the other option if you're going for the melee attack, is for Broodlings or for Ultras. I don't see Ultras a lot in late game ZVT, just because Marauders and tanks and Liberators are really good against them, and as are Ghosts. We used to see them more often than we do now. Oh, these Changelings haven't been spotted by Special. Dude, these aren't... There you go. He knows now. 28 drones killed. Raynor is having to replace these drones using precious resources and precious larvae to do so. Lings trying to see... Oh, they could deny this attempt at a fourth base. Special's fourth base feels late. He's been really focusing on making stuff and attacking into these bases. He's got to finish off that hatch. He's going to get it, too. The outpouring of DPS here is good enough to finish it off, and he does. He does get the fourth base. Bit of an attempt to drop on the left side with a Liberator. There we go. Liberator picking up kills in the natural, picking up kills in the main base. Special's multitasking has been insane for a while now. Really, really long time now. That hatch goes down. This hatch is dead. And suddenly Raynor is really stuck on 3 bases here. Having been in this position before, I know how bad this feels. Special's maxed out. Raynor's at 139 supply. Macroing like crazy, making Broodlords. Liberators here. Fusion Core on the way. Probably not for battle cruisers. It's a little late to get those things started, but likely going to be for the advanced ballistics. For Liberators to increase the range of their Circles of Doom, their defender mode there. Yeah, Raynor's trying to see, are you placing these bases? No, that's weird. Just trying to expand down this left side. Trying to take 1 base to replace the 2 that he lost is horrible right now. 2/2, no 3/3 on the way from Special, which I find problematic. Also, he doesn't have the army to deal with these Broodlords. Liberator, though, having a pretty good time. Does get taken down by a... Was that a... Oh, Spore. I was like, what killed it? Spore Crawler. Got it. Planetary Fortress for the 4th base from Special. Continuing to push up, starting at 2/2 now. At least +2 armor. He's had +2 attack on the way for some time. Resources lost, man. 15,000 for Raynor and 8,900 for Special. He's just keeping ahead here, and the resources lost, killing so much stuff. This is a good match. This is a really good matchup, you guys. We might see this at BlizzCon. I think both these players have qualified at this stage. So Ling's Banelings coming into the 4th base, but Tank combined with Planetary Fortress combined with a bunch of Marines is not a good time. Medevacs are woefully low on energy, though. He needs more Medevacs, I think. He's only got 6, surprisingly. Usually if you go this much bio, you want more than that. Ling's harassing a little bit over down this way as trying to take another base here. SCV is going to kill him. Oh, no. Out of position. Raynor's Broodlords are out of position. The Banelings are trying to come in. These guys are sacrificial Marines, so the hatchery can go down. Massive, massive win there for Special. He's trying to replace the base on the right side, but again, it is not done yet. He's back to being a 3-basing Zerg, Marines, and Marauders attacking into this Queen, Ling, Broodlord, Baneling setup. Not so good, though, as the Lings and the Banelings trying to get connections all in here. Corruptors trying to take down Vikings and Medivacs as possible. Lot of dead stuff there. The splits were okay, but not fantastic. Tanks on the bridge, though, still problematic here. 12 kills, 9 kills. Never mind. He's dead. Pick up the tanks. Keep the tanks alive. They're hugely important. Special up top dropping because of course he is. Lings are going to go ahead and save this hatchery after it's been bruised just a little bit. Advanced Ballistics almost done. +3 armor almost done for these Marines. The Broodlords have been pulled every which way. They want to be on the offensive, but they feel like they have to be on the defensive, which is so bad. Why are there two sensor towers here for Special, virtually covering the same area for some reason? I don't know what that's all about. Viking count getting pretty healthy. These Vikings are hot Vikings. Look how cool they are. Look at the fire coming out the back. I just have a thing for blue glowy stuff ever since Brood War came out. And the blue glowy was introduced to StarCraft with Charon boosters and Banelings firing on, and Valkyries. Valkyries had the glowy blue stuff too. Nice target fire. Beautiful target fire here. Tank trying to fire on in 15 kills. Their Vikings trying to focus down stuff. Meanwhile, a bit of a Ling run by in the bottom right, picking off 7 SCVs and causing some major problems here. Queen Broodlord, though, firing on in. The transfuses are good. The tank fire not enough to get rid of the Queens, and Special is pushed back. This is turning into an epic match, ladies and gentlemen. 127 and a 165 supply at the 16-minute mark is amazing. 7 SCVs killed for Special is not game-ending by any stretch. He's triple pumping SCVs right now. He can recover from an economic setback pretty darn effectively. So Raynor, he's almost got his 2 bases back that he lost. So he's been on 3 bases for a long time, but he's been able to claw his way back in here. He's making infestors now. Does he have pathogen glands? He does not. They're not going to have quite enough energy to start to really do anything, but that's okay. They regenerate fairly quickly. Vikings trying to pick off these Corruptors, but the transfuses are insanely good. Parasitic Bomb getting tossed down on these Medivacs and on these Vikings. The Marines are trying to finish something off. Blinding Cloud is a problem here too. The Marines are trying to kill something, anything. Not working out. More Lings cruising on down to the 3rd base, which again is not a planetary fortress because Special wanted the economy instead of the safety there. And Special is forced to retreat from this position. Raynor's ability to hold off Special with really not much is kind of awe-inspiring right now. Losing these 2 bases would be death for most Zerg players, but Raynor is fighting and clawing and did manage to take the bases back. Sure, Special double expanded in the meantime, so it's really scary to deal with him. His 3-3 Marines, he's working on additional upgrades as far as... Where did drones get killed? Liberator over here. Man, that is so hard to see on the minimap. Look at that. I guess maybe the angle I'm at is a problem here too. Maybe I should move my monitor over a little bit. I don't know. So drones going down on the bottom left here a little bit with some Zerglings. They have upgrades. They've got 2-2 and adrenal glands, which is cool. Banelings show up. We pick up and get out of there. Clearing some creep here would be good. He's got a Widow Mine in the mix here too, which is fantastic. Pretty scary composition from Raynor, though. I gotta say, these Lings are not allowed to kill that orbital command by any stretch. Once again, Special just does not have the tools to handle this at all. He's making Liberators. He's pumping Marines. He's working on air weapons level 1. He'd really love to kill those infestors, but they're not going to allow it. Widow Mine firing. There's no detection here. That's an 8-kill Widow Mine, y'all. More Liberator, more drops, rather. The main base Corruptor's going to finish that sucker off. Goodbye. And instantly dropping the Marine. Try to get as much damage as he can before that thing dies. Is Special. Attacking on up. Clearing tumors. Keeping this Widow Mine alive for the time being. There are some spores trying to get it set up. But Liberators setting up some denial zones here. Once again, Vikings trying to finish off the Broodlord. They do get one, but there's so much Zerg here. Regardless, Baneling's getting some nice hits off, but Special is standing in. He's holding his ground. Banelings are on the way right now. Liberators killing everything on the ground, setting up further circles of doom. The Marines firing on the Corruptors, trying to do what they can, taking Baneling shots to the face, though. Fungal growth getting tossed down on some stuff too. Coming up from the left side, these Marines trying to do stuff, but no, they get fungled immediately, and they were already injured before that even happened. Special really wants to kill this base. I'm not sure that he can. 13, 15 kills, 7 kills on these Broodlords, 9 kills on that one. Infested Terran's getting tossed down to try to deal with these medevacs. Widowmine getting some friendly fire splash damage as it comes back down on the other side. This is turning into an insane match between these two players. This might very well get an epic tag just by how crazy these battles have been to this point. Trying to keep it together here at the solo cast, you guys. I really am. Infestors on the way. Lings on the way. Marines and Vikings. This has been a bloodbath for quite some time. Zerglings running around the bottom. I'm not trying to see what they can do here. Broodlords, another Broodlord goes down. Rainer's at 106 supply. He doesn't have really a lot of resources to make more Broodlords. At the moment here, the Liberators have been hugely important. 26 kills on that one. Even if all they kill are Broodlings, they're really helping to keep these dudes alive. Sutter stepping forward onto the Infestors. Infested Terrans getting tossed up. They're not going to be enough on the DPS to handle these three Marines. The Eggs getting killed there too. Lings rolling and just getting massacred. This is not a huge army from Special, but it's enough, and that's your good game. Special is your winner in 20 minutes and 17 seconds. Holy cannoli. That was a match. Ladies and gentlemen. A match. AZVT, unlike I've cast in a long time. That's getting an epic tag. That was just... That final position, like, Special's not maxed out here, you guys. This is not him rolling. This is him saying... I have a handful of 3/3 Marines. I have a bunch of medevacs. I've got some Liberators that aren't helping very much right now. But Rainer's army supply is abysmal. It's at 28, which includes you've got 18 Lings on the way, but 7 Lings on the ground and 6 Infestors with a Corruptor. It's not enough. It's not enough. That fighting through that little wall of Zerg with the Broodlords and the Corruptors and the Infestors and the Lings and the Banelings was not easy. I mean, Special won it. I don't think he made it look easy because it definitely wasn't easy. But if you looked at that and said, man, Terran's overpowered. I don't know, man. I main Zerg, and that was hard. That was really hard for Special to do. Again, what allowed him to do this, I really think, is getting rid of the 4th base and the 5th bases for as long as he did, double expanding behind it, and then keeping the pressure up. And then getting rid of this here, like, 6th base around this bottom left. Shutting that down, too, was fantastic. Where are these SCVs dying on here? Man, Special only Planetary Fortress, one of his expansions, which... lost a lot of SCVs for it, so I hope the economy was enough. But yeah, man, the Vikings finally able to whittle down those Broodlords. How many Broodlords got killed in this game? 7 Broodlords went down. 27 Corruptors died. There were, I mean, Marines aren't even especially good against Corruptors with the armor that they have, but Marines able to do it. Vikings able to do it. 32 Vikings died for their country today. 34 SCVs, 85 drones. Resources lost, 40,000 for Rainer and 32,000 for Special. For a 20-minute match, that was a lot of death and a bloodbath, to be sure. But yeah, man, killing all those drones, killing those bases, Special knows to kill a Zerg. You gotta win minor battles that look minor in the early stages of the game that can snowball into major advantages later on. And that's what he did. Whew, that was just inspiring. Inspiring play from Special. I don't know how else to describe it. All right, well, good stuff. And that's going to be it for me today. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void, and an epic game for sure. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit that subscribe. Go ahead, hit that like button. Like I already said, you can also find me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch. All at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.